Check out my Patreon page using the patron link at the top of the description below the video. Here, you gain early access to audios before they're uploaded on YouTube, a patron-only role for our free Discord server, and exclusive full-length spicy content. Anyways, I hope to see you weebs there, and enjoy the video.
Monster, an Attack on Titan X-Mute Listener fanfic by Mocha Maki. Chapter 35. I'm going to kill you! Eren yelled while furiously trying to punch the hell out of Reiner, which didn't help the situation. You've long passed out from the blood loss to your arm. Amir continued to stare down at you unconscious. She began to slowly doubt your whole being. Well, there goes for show that she's not a Titan shifter. Otherwise, smoke would be coming out of her arm. Her thoughts were interrupted with smoke appearing, but it wasn't from your arm. Her eyes trailed over to the blood spilled onto the branch, which was erupting into smoke and burning through the bark. Amir was slightly amused. Interesting. Reiner finally managed to knock Eren out. Berthold looked over at the passed out your name. Is she dead? Reiner, you know we're not supposed to kill any of them, especially her, Berthold said. She's fine. She's going to be fine. But what about her arm? You cut it off like she was going to grow it back. Like I said, she'll be fine. Just wait and see. Here, help me pick her up, will ya? Berthold hesitated before picking up the unconscious your name, who was whimpering slightly in her sleep. Once they packed up, they flew off, making sure to avoid any Titans along the way. Back to your POV. Oh, my head is throbbing. What's going on? Did I pass out again? I heard faint voices as I slowly came to. A flash of light was seen in my blurry vision as I felt my body get carried onto something. I managed to open my eyes just as much to see what was going on a little bit, but with my whole head hurting, I could barely hear anything. I could hear faint yelling, somewhere familiar. Out of the corner of my eye, I saw something zipping toward us. Mikasa? Reiner, protect us! Berthold yelled, and I felt my body move again. In one swift movement, I was surrounded by darkness, which looked to be Reiner's hands shielding us from Mikasa's attack. The quick movement also caused my head to spin even more and throw up a bit. Not too much, but enough to leak out from my muzzle. Berthold noticed my noises, and judging by his facial expression, he looked a little concerned. Probably because they're still expecting me to grow my arm back, which wasn't happening. Damn, the bleeding isn't stopping, I hear him mutter. I felt my body get jerked around again. Eren, quit that! I heard Berthold say. Good luck trying to cool that hothead. That's why I hate about him too. We can deal with him together if you decide to come out. That voice. Jean? Berthold, give them back! I heard Mikasa yell. All this time, we were sleeping under the same roof. We shared our feelings together. But all this time, you were sleeping next to your victims, Jean said. Is that all we are to you? What were you thinking? Connie asked. I felt Berthold shaking and heard him breathing loudly. What's up with him? Let's just focus on cutting their heads off. They're humanity's threat now, Mikasa said. You think I wanted to do this? Berthold snapped. It was all quiet. All that was heard was my weak whimpering and rough breathings as I tried to deal with the pain of losing my arm. What kind of person would all do this for fun? And yeah, you all despise me and want to kill me. That's fine. I won't fight back. But believe me when I say this. I meant everything back when we were soldiers. Connie, Jean, I really did believe we were friends. Please, someone help us. His voice cracked as he broke down. I didn't know if I should pity him or not. He was quiet for a moment until Mikasa spoke. Give Aaron and your name back. Looks like Mikasa isn't taking his bullcrap. I felt Bertolt flinch. I can't. At least, not in this state. An excruciating pain went through my missing arm, and I let out a low pain groan through my muzzle. This hurts so bad, it won't stop bleeding. God, please help me. The smell of my own blood is making me really angry all of a sudden. My quiet groans were soon turning into lone growls the more blood I leaked out. Titans, approaching! I heard someone yell. Everyone, jump off now! Just then, I felt myself get tumbled around. What's happening? It felt like Reiner was getting attacked, but also trying to avoid whatever threat was near us. All his movements were making me more sick and dizzy. I felt like throwing up again, but I managed to compose myself. Everything seemed to calm down until I heard another familiar voice near us. You're really going to leave your friend behind? Wait, Armin? Annie right now is being kept underground, where they're torturing her. As soon as they heard her screams, they realized she could heal herself. But she can't get that far. They're being extra careful not to kill her, but they might be inflicting pain on her right now. God, why are all my friends acting so creepily? But whatever Armin did, it seemed to tick Bertolt off a lot. Children of the devil, I'll kill every last one of you. I heard a slice and Bertolt fumbled back, which made Erwin, who came out of nowhere, slice Aaron free and was caught by Mikasa, who was down below. As for me, Bertolt grabbed a hold of the arm I was missing. The pain hurt like hell and I let out a scream. He's not letting go of me. His grip on my missing arm tightened. My screams continued to wail out. Damn it! Hold still! I tried fighting back, but it was no use. I couldn't fight him with one arm. Let go of her, damn it! I heard Jean say from above. My blood was seeping onto Bertolt's skin, which began to erupt into smoke. He let out a hiss of pain as I realized my burning blood was seeping through his skin. He finally got hold of me. I continued to squirm around, not daring to go down without a fight. Reiner, help me out here! A large hand came into view as my eyes widened as Reiner's giant hand managed to get a hold of me. I continued to thrash around, but it was no use. His grip was tight, and it only got tighter. He was going to crush me again. But this time, I was not having it. For the second time, I began to feel infuriated, like I did with Levi back at court. But this time, it was towards Reiner. He killed my grandparents. He betrayed my friends. He tried crushing me, and he took my arm. The anger began to build inside of me as my blood boiled. He sliced off my arm to see if I'll heal, right? Well, let's see how he'll like it when you get your arm sliced off. I felt the blood leaking from my missing arm begin to burn. Total concentration. Dripping blood. I felt my eyes burn with anger. Crystal blood! Large amounts of blood shot out from my bleeding arm and hardened into crystal, which penetrated through Reiner's arm, cutting it off in an instant. Reiner roared in pain as I fell to the ground. The impact of me hitting the ground left me in a painful state that prevented me from moving. Oh, I was in big trouble now. I can't move. My body hurts so much. I looked towards my bleeding arm, which was losing more blood since I used that attack. Where is everyone? Did they notice what I've done? I need to get up. I need to get out of here. I tried my best to sit up, but immediately regretted it. I let out a painful scream through my muscles and aching pain erupted me. At this point, sitting up was the only movement I could do. I couldn't move my legs. Just before I could do anything else, I heard a loud roar come from afar. A roar that was full of anger. Wait, was that Aaron? And just like that, a whole bunch of Titans arrived at the scene, attacking Reiner in the process. I watched in absolute shock as multiple Titans began to climb up onto him. Did Aaron do that? How? I heard multiple footsteps coming towards me and nearly peed my pants. I looked behind me to see Titans running toward me. Crap. What am I going to do? They're going to kill me. I can't move and no one's around to help. I need to think of something. I have to think of something. Crap. They're coming closer. What can I do? Should I use my blood technique? I tried to raise my arm, only to have it hurt a few seconds later. No, it won't work. Oh, God, I'm dead. I'm going to die. I'm going to die. As they approached, the fear inside me started to grow. Stay away from me. Don't come any closer. Their figures were getting closer as I continued to lay there shaking. Stay away. Stay away. Once they were arm's length, I screamed through my muzzle. Stay away from me! Suddenly, it stopped. My whole body continued to shake as I slowly opened my eyes. Why did it stop? I looked towards the Titans that were in front of me. They were just standing there. They weren't moving. They were just looking at me. Shouldn't they be grabbing me? I suddenly found my strength and slowly stood up. I hissed in pain as my legs wobbled. I noticed a circle of Titans were surrounding me, not moving an inch. What was going on? I wanted to run away, but what if they'd catch me then? I didn't understand. Why were they just sitting there? It was then that I noticed their eyes. They were glowing purple. All the Titans' eyes were glowing purple. It was then that I realized they were being controlled. But by what? It couldn't be me. Could it? Just then, something fast flew through the air as one Titan went down, its nape being cut. One by one, each of the Titans surrounding me fell. I was then suddenly picked up and was now in the air. Are you trying to get yourself killed here? A scolding voice said. I looked to see Levi, staring at me with scolding eyes. I've never been so relieved. It was then that he noticed my missing arm. His eyes widened. What the hell is that? When did that happen? I stared at him with sad eyes. They did that, didn't they? I nodded slowly. Those bastards, he cursed. Is that why you used that blood technique back there? I nodded again. Hanjay's going to bother you about that once we get back. That I didn't mind. I finally let myself pass out, taking in everything that had happened. Time skip. I awoke a few minutes later in a room I was familiar with. I slowly sat up and rubbed my hair. Memories of what happened quickly came back to me. So much trauma a girl could go through in one day. I began to move my arms until I felt a familiar feeling that I shouldn't be feeling anymore. I raised an eyebrow as I slowly brought my supposed missing arm out from the bedsheets, only to find the piece of my arm that was sliced off suddenly grown back. I moved my hand to find all my nerves working fine. I wanted to feel relieved, but at the same time I was freaking out. How was I able to regenerate a whole arm? Unless... I shook my head. No. I shed a lot of blood these past few days, and I never transformed into a Titan. Then, if I'm not a Titan shifter, then what am I? I hope you weebs enjoyed this chapter of Monster, the Attack on Titan X Mute Listener fanfic. This was the end of Season 2 of the anime, so on to the next chapter will be the start of Season 3. I hope you weebs enjoyed this video. If you made it this far, please leave a like if you did enjoy the video, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and leave a comment down below. What's your favorite arc in Attack on Titan? Let me know. Anyways, that's enough for me. My name is Bizarre, and I'll see you weebs in the next video. Cue the outro.